There is a growing health problem that many people have never heard of, yet it affects millions around the world. It is called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. This condition happens when too much fat builds up inside the liver. Your liver is a very important organ. It cleans your blood, helps digest food, and stores energy. When it gets clogged with fat, it cannot do its job properly. For a long time, this extra fat might not cause any serious issues. Many people who have it do not even know it, because there are often no symptoms in the early stages. It is a silent disease that can slowly get worse over time. The reason this disease is so important is because it can lead to very serious health problems. Over the years, the constant presence of excess fat can cause inflammation in the liver. This inflammation can damage the liver cells, creating scars. This more advanced stage is known as non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or NASH. If the scarring continues, it can lead to cirrhosis, which is severe and permanent liver damage. Cirrhosis can cause the liver to stop working altogether, a condition known as liver failure. It also significantly increases the risk of developing liver cancer. Finding a way to stop this disease early is critical to preventing these life-threatening outcomes. Until now, doctors have had limited options to treat fatty liver disease. The main advice has been to focus on lifestyle changes. This includes eating a healthier diet, losing weight, and getting regular exercise. While these changes are very effective and can even reverse the fat buildup in the liver, they can be very difficult for people to maintain over the long term. Many patients struggle to stick with these demanding new habits. Because of this challenge, scientists and doctors have been searching for a simple, safe, and effective medication that could help treat the condition directly and support patients in their health journey. This is why a new discovery is generating so much excitement in the medical community. Researchers have found that a common everyday vitamin might hold the key to stopping fatty liver disease in its tracks. This vitamin is not a new expensive drug with a long list of side effects. It is something you have likely heard of before: vitamin B3, also known as niacin. This simple nutrient, which our bodies need for energy, could become a powerful new weapon in the fight against this widespread and dangerous liver condition. This potential breakthrough offers a new ray of hope for millions of patients worldwide. To understand how vitamin B3 might work, we first need to look at the science behind what causes fatty liver disease to develop. A dedicated team of researchers from the German Institute of Human Nutrition, Potsdam-Rehbrücke, and the University of Tübingen led this important investigation. These scientists wanted to dig deeper into the genetic factors that control fat accumulation in the liver. They suspected that specific genes might be telling the liver to store more fat than it should. Their goal was to pinpoint exactly which genes were responsible and then figure out if there was a way to switch them off, providing a target for a new treatment. Through their careful and detailed work, the research team identified a tiny but powerful genetic player called MicroRNA-93. MicroRNAs are not like regular genes that create proteins. Instead, their job is to regulate other genes, telling them to be more or less active. The scientists discovered that when MicroRNA-93 levels are high, it sends a strong signal to the liver cells. This signal instructs the cells to ramp up their production of fatty acids, which are the building blocks of fat. At the same time, it tells the liver to slow down the process of burning fat for energy. This creates a perfect storm for fat accumulation. To confirm their findings, the scientists conducted experiments using mice. In one study, they used mice that were genetically engineered to have very high levels of MicroRNA-93 in their livers. Just as they predicted, these mice quickly developed all the signs of fatty liver disease and insulin resistance, even without being fed a particularly unhealthy diet. The overactive gene was single-handedly driving the disease process. This experiment clearly showed that MicroRNA-93 was a major cause of the problem, acting like a master switch that turns on fat storage in the liver and keeps it on. In a follow-up experiment, the researchers did the opposite. They took mice that were already obese and had fatty liver disease, and they used a special technique to block the activity of MicroRNA-93. The results were remarkable and very encouraging. When the gene was inhibited, the progression of the disease stopped. The amount of fat and inflammation in the livers of these mice was significantly reduced. This crucial experiment proved that targeting MicroRNA-93 could be a very effective strategy for treating fatty liver disease. The next big question was finding a safe and easy way to do just that in people. The search for a substance that could safely lower the levels of MicroRNA-93 led the researchers to an unexpected hero vitamin B3. Also known as niacin, this essential nutrient is found in many common foods like meat, fish, and nuts, and it is often added to bread and cereals. Our bodies use it to turn food into energy and to keep our nervous system, digestive system, and skin healthy. Doctors have also used high doses of niacin for decades to help manage high cholesterol levels, so they already know a lot about its effects on the body and its overall safety profile. The research team decided to test if this simple vitamin could influence the newly discovered genetic pathway. They once again turned to their mouse models. They took mice with fatty liver disease and began treating them with vitamin B3. The outcome was exactly what they had hoped for. The niacin treatment caused the levels of MicroRNA-93 in the liver to drop significantly. By lowering the activity of this gene, the vitamin effectively turned off the signal that was telling the liver to produce and store excess fat. It was a direct and powerful effect that addressed the root cause they had identified. The positive effects did not stop there. With the MicroRNA-93 gene suppressed by the vitamin B3, the mice showed dramatic improvements in their liver health. The accumulation of fat in their livers was reduced, and the inflammation and damage began to heal. In essence, the vitamin was helping to reverse the disease process. This discovery was a huge breakthrough because it connected a well-known, safe, and inexpensive vitamin directly to the genetic mechanism driving fatty liver disease. It presented a simple solution to a very complex problem, which is a rare and exciting moment in medical research. This finding is incredibly important because it suggests a treatment that is already within our reach. Vitamin B3 is not a futuristic, experimental drug that will take years to approve. It is a readily available supplement that can be purchased over the counter at almost any pharmacy. Its safety has been well established through decades of use for other medical conditions, like managing cholesterol. The idea that this common vitamin could be repurposed to treat a completely different and widespread disease offers a practical and immediate path forward for helping millions of patients who currently have very few options. The implications of this discovery are massive for the millions of people living with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This condition has been on the rise globally, closely linked to the growing epidemics of obesity and type 2 diabetes. Having a potential treatment that is not only effective, but also incredibly accessible, could change the public health landscape. A vitamin that is cheap to produce and easy to distribute means that this treatment could benefit people all over the world, not just those in wealthy countries with advanced healthcare systems. It offers a truly global solution to a growing global problem. This research provides a tremendous sense of hope for patients who may have felt discouraged by the lack of treatment options. Being told that the only solution is to make difficult and permanent lifestyle changes can be overwhelming. While diet and exercise remain fundamentally important for overall health, having a medication that can support those efforts and directly target the disease in the liver could make a world of difference. It empowers patients and gives doctors a new tool to help manage the condition, prevent its progression to cirrhosis, and ultimately save lives from liver failure and cancer. Of course, the next step is to confirm these exciting findings in humans. The results from the mouse studies are extremely promising, but clinical trials involving people are needed to determine the correct dosage and to verify that the treatment is just as effective for us as it is for mice. Given the long history of niacin's safe use in humans, these trials can be designed and started relatively quickly. Scientists are optimistic that the effects will translate well, opening the door for doctors to begin recommending vitamin B3 as a standard treatment for fatty liver disease in the near future. Looking forward, this discovery marks a significant turning point in the fight against fatty liver disease. It represents a shift from simply managing symptoms to targeting the specific genetic root of the problem. Thanks to the hard work of these researchers, we are now closer than ever to having a simple, safe, and affordable pill that can protect the liver from one of the most common chronic diseases of our time. This is more than just a scientific breakthrough. It is a beacon of hope for a healthier future for millions of people around the world.